Hi there. I think we are fairly aware of all the physical precautions that we need to take to recover from this pandemic phase that we're in, right? For example, double masking or staying indoors and going out only when it's absolutely necessary and getting our vaccination done. At the same time, I also feel there's one aspect of mental fitness that we're leaving behind, and getting this right will actually ensure that we as a country recover from this phase as soon as possible, as safely as possible, right? Let's dive into it. We need to understand this is a difficult phase for a lot of us, right? We've lost loved ones, I've lost friends who have left behind families, and we need to act as emotional anchors for them, right? How can we be an emotional anchor to people? One, we need to help them process these emotions, right? When they're sharing their pain, let's just gently listen to what they have to share, right? And to be an emotional anchor, you need to be emotionally stable yourself, emotionally rooted yourself. And how do we get that right? I'm not saying stay positive all the time by ignoring all the pain that's going around in the world, right? We need to accept what's happening and then find solutions to that acceptance, right? So first, let's accept that is a lot of pain going on, and let's find out how to be a good emotional anchor in times like this to your friends and family. Psychologists, mental health wellness experts, researchers have established time and again that what you think and feel on a continuous basis has a direct effect on your body, on your immunity system, and shows up as symptoms of your health. One, social media and media is playing a very good role to ensure there's a lot of awareness. At the same time, there's a lot of fear that's going around, right? Sometimes the fear tends to be hyped. And let's face it, right? Media thrives on TRP, on negative TRP, right? So let's ensure that we indulge into any form of media or news only to the extent where we can derive the necessary resources. Because overindulging into all this information is only going to drive you nuts. It's going to create more fear in you than actually required. And that's not actually healthy for us, all the people around us. Now, the second thing that we can do is genuinely appreciate all the right things that are happening, right? I want to start out by first appreciating all our doctors on the front line. The medicine community has not faced something like this probably ever, right? They are dealing with problems that is much larger than themselves. They are dealing with a lot of problems that they did not anticipate. And I must say, I genuinely appreciate the sort of efforts, the sort of sweat and toil they're putting in to ensure that our family and relatives are safe. And I think we need to take some time to appreciate a few doctors. So if you have any doctors in your friendly, just text them up and say thank you for your service, right? So first, I really wanted to appreciate our heroes on the front line. Two, I think I've personally never seen so many strangers come together to help each other in times like this. We are seeing absolutely random people helping each other out for nothing in return. People just taking so much effort to get an ICU, to get hospital beds, or to get the right resources of medicines, right? I think we really need to appreciate the sort of efforts everyone is taking to help each other and help random strangers, and I think that's beautiful and that's something that should be applauded. So thank you so much for everyone who's taking some time out of their day and seeing how we can help each other, right? Not just our friends and family, but also beyond. The next thing that we can do and we should do is catch up with our friends, family, and relatives as much as possible, right? I know we're all sitting at home and we are susceptible to a lot of negative thoughts, right? Just by interacting with your family members, keeping in touch, and ensuring you don't overindulge into a lot of fearful thoughts and conversations, I think we're providing a good sense of emotional support and anchor to them, right? And I think somewhere we need to take in efforts to just consciously talk about all the things that are going around, like the doctors, the sort of volunteering efforts that are going on out there. The next thing that you can obviously do is indulge into a hobby where your mind is, at least for some time, it is not indulging into all these fearful negative thoughts. Because what we think and feel on a continuous basis is what will show up in our life and eventually show up as symptoms in our body. So take some time to work out, right? Again, research has revealed that the healthier lungs are, the lesser are the chances for you to contract the virus. And at the same time, even if you do contract the virus, your recovery rate is faster. So let's see if you can indulge in some cardio, some form of yoga, pranayama, or even probably strength training, anything that makes sense to us, right? Let's see if you can take some time out to give that special attention to our health in these times, not just for ourselves, but also for our family members and friends around us. And finally, let's see if you can take some time out to practice some mindfulness and meditation techniques. Like most of my clients, most of my friends who've been practicing meditation and mindfulness have told me on a continuous basis that they're able to handle the situation better. Their emotions are not so turbulent. Their immunity system is responding better, right? There's a ton of research out there proving the power of meditation and mindfulness. You do not have to sit for hours and hours. Just 5 to 10 minutes a day. If you can practice any technique, it will help you massively. You can click on the link in my bio and find out how you can go about it. So, just to sum it up, I think we need to be an emotional anchor to the world around us. And how do we go about that? First, let's help ourselves and help others to accept the situation by being an emotional anchor. And how we be an emotional anchor to others is when we are emotionally rooted or positive ourselves. How do we go about doing that? One, refrain from overindulging into the fear that is being spread by news and the media outlets out there. Two, let's genuinely and consciously take some time out to appreciate all the good and right that's happening despite the situation that's going on. Three, let's take some effort to take care of our body. Just doing that, keeping our throat hydrated, reduces the chances of us contracting the virus and ensures a speedy recovery. And finally, let's see if you can take some time out to practice some form of meditation practice or mindfulness practice or pranayama, whatever works for you, to ensure that you're both physically and mentally fit for this entire situation. And let's pray that as a country we recover from the situation as soon as possible.